Hey, beloved, sweet morning to you from La Sagrada and from Guanajuato, Mexico. Just thinking about what a blessing it's been to be able to serve two glorious young women, two Ukrainian girls, as they are navigating the escape from the Ukraine and receiving asylum in the United States, and how I was able to be of service to them and how that relates to being of service in general. So I just hope that my experience can somehow support you in being able to be of service in your lives if that's something that's important to you. So I was able the night before last to take the girls out for a send-off dinner and to go with them through town, and just reflecting on how the reason that I was able to answer that call, if you will, to answer the knock at the door for such a big ask when I received a phone call, hey, can you take these girls? I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know anything. I just had to be wide open to receive them. And to be able to do that really came down to what I had done before that moment. And that was my ability, which didn't come easily, I will say, it's come over time, to be able to turn my attention to my own self-care. And self-care is kind of a buzzword right now, so don't go running off, don't click this off or turn this video off or keep scrolling at this moment. Just bear with me for a moment, because I feel like self-care is a conversation that humanity is having with itself right now. And that is, what is selfish? Is it selfish for me to not make dinner for my family and take a bath? Is it selfish for me to say no when I could have said yes? Is it selfish for me to put my needs over another person's needs? And the answer is both and. The answer is really circling back to John O'Donohue's work, which is where he said emotional maturity is our ability to hold both and, which, as if to say there are seemingly opposite answers to a particular question, and we're able to hold both of them as true and real. So is it selfish? Yes. Is it bad or negative? Absolutely not. Is it imperative? Absolutely. Is it valuable? Absolutely. Is it going to create disappointment? Very likely. So we have to be able to hold all of these things at the same time when we're making choices. So how do you make that choice, and is it selfish? Here's what I do. I really look at the small things and recognize that the impact that I make in my life really comes down to a whole series of little decisions that I'm making at any given moment. And so therefore, I want to make really good decisions on a moment-to-moment basis so that I can set myself up for being able to say yes when the big ask comes to me. So that means I am going to say no to making dinner for the family. I am going to say no when I could possibly say yes, when I have a need within me to fill the well, when I'm feeling depleted, when I'm feeling exhausted, when I'm feeling flat. I have to turn my attention to myself. I have to meditate. I have to exercise. I have to practice yoga. I have to have the time and energy to feed myself well. Those are non-negotiables. Why? Here's why. Because if I don't do that, I'm not giving from a place of generosity. I'm not giving from a place of abundance. I'm giving from a place of need. A need to be seen in a certain light, a need to be loved, a need to be worthy to someone else, which means that I'm not seeing or feeling the worth within myself. But if I'm tending to myself and my well is full, I'm clear, I'm directed, I'm generous, and I'm not attached to the outcome, meaning I can give of myself, and what they do with what I'm giving doesn't come back to me as, oh, well, they didn't appreciate it, so I'm not doing that again. We don't give for the sake of someone's appreciation. We give for the sake of giving. That is the practice of unconditional love. That is the practice of unconditional service and selfless service. And that's what I want to do. So I offer to you that we have got to give from a place of abundance. We have got to learn how to turn to ourselves and tend to ourselves and support ourselves so that we feel inspired, clear, directed, energized, and ready for the big knock at the door. That's what I offer. So I'm also going to say this. This is not just a conversation I'm having between my ears. This is a conversation that Glennon Doyle is having, Oprah is having, Jay Shetty is having, Tara Brach is having, Deepak Chopra is having, Elizabeth Gilbert is having. All of these individuals, all of these movers and shakers and leaders who've really stepped into their own power, they're sharing this same conversation. So this is a big deal, y'all. This is like a game changer in terms of the impact that you can make in your life, in the life of those that you love, and in this world at large. So if you want to know more, I've got something for you. You can just go ahead and download it. It's free. I just want more of us to come from this place of being well-resourced so that we can change this world. Because this world is not going to be changed by people who are exhausted and are resentful and are frustrated that nobody's doing good with what we're giving to them. This world is going to be changed by those individuals who are well-resourced, who are full and overflowing with love, abundance, goodness, clarity, direction, kindness, generosity, and a willingness to say no. Big love to you, and thanks for listening. Ciao for now.